Welcome back. That's where we gave you guys the buy calls on the lows on XCN since that sell-off that we saw at the start of the year. If you missed out on these free buy call, that's now up over 100%. It means you're not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out on any more free buy signals, further XCN updates, and more. So everybody, make sure you're subscribed right now. But this is where the real fun starts. This is where we finally see the upside move. And this is where XCN really makes you guys in this community a ton of money. So let's talk about it. Number one, why 24 hours? Because to start the month, I'm actually expecting the overall cryptocurrency market, the altcoin market, to start heading to the upside. So this is the overall altcoin market right now. We're at 824 billion. We saw a brief sell-off yesterday. We actually predicted that the market would sell off as we anticipated profit taking to end the month, but we said it would be short and brief, and we did indeed see price snap back. Now, we should see the altcoin market make its way above $1 trillion. Now, that's the next target. We're now at 823. We should make our way above 1 trillion. And by the time we enter, the $1.3 trillion price area, everybody watching this should have a portfolio that's over $100,000. That's just my personal opinion, especially with all the money that's about to flow into the cryptocurrency space. So, why am I expecting a breakout in under 24 hours? Because I'm expecting the overall market to start going to the upside. Now, I would be very surprised if XCN doesn't start going up. If it doesn't, this would actually be very, very shocking, and it would indicate that we could see price lag a bit more, slow down a bit more, right? Which means it will continue to range. And if that happens, that would be a massive, massive opportunity. That would have been wasted, essentially, because obviously there's a lot of products in the market that are going up. There's a lot of products that are going to produce 10x, 20x, 30x, etc. And that's why I said from day one, the biggest winners in the community in XCN are those that have been buying at the lows. Because let's just say you bought from the start of the year on XCN, right? And you're still holding. Well, you're still up over 600%, which means technically XCN has still outperformed the majority of coins in the market, right? So even if XCN did not move for the entirety of this month, well, as long as it outperforms, as long as the other coins underperform, XCN will still technically outperform the majority of the coins. Some projects haven't, produced any substantial gains, which means the majority of coins will just be going back to where they sold off at the start of the year, which means they're all technically at break even. They haven't made any profits, which means XCN still outperforms all of these coins, right? But even with that being said, even people buying at the lows, they also would have been out. They would have, made a ton of money, not outperforming the market. Because if you buy other coins at the lows, you should be able to make, at least 3 to 5x on this upside move. Now, that's the main issue here. Now, I don't think that's the case. Again, just to make it clear, I don't think that is going to be the case. I do think XCN is going to move to the upside. And as I said before, I'm not just expecting, a small upside move of 65%, which takes us above our April highs, which brings us to 0.0297799. I actually think we should see XCN at least go back to where it was at the end of January. So I think XCN will at least mirror the entire altcoin market and snap back and reclaim some of that lost value from the start of the year, right? And that's the thing here, right? Even if we do see that upside move, the biggest winners once again are those that bought at the start of the year and also bought at the lows that we gave out. And they're up 21x again. Now, I will say this to all of you that are new to this channel, right? Because obviously a lot of you watching this are going to be new and you want to know, well, so far it doesn't sound too exciting, right? And I thought we were going to see XCN go to the moon. Well, here's the exciting part. Once we break this high, we should see price move aggressively towards its all-time highs. Now, I'm not saying we're going to see XCN achieve its all-time high in the month of May, but even if it does a 4x from where it currently is, right? So, for example, if you bought in April, that's a 10x you make towards this target area of 0.0929190. And that's the area essentially where we can expect price to hit, fairly easily. I think that would be a modest gain. That would be nothing too crazy. We're seeing other altcoins go up 4x or 5x or 10x. I think a project that already has a market cap value of 600 million should be able to at least, head above 3 billions. And again, this is in alignment with the overall market moving towards $4 trillion. Let me just show you the macro market, right? Heading towards $4 trillion or so. XCN going up towards, $1 trillion, not $1 trillion, $3 billion shouldn't be, a massive, massive, massive thing. And remember, XCN is currently ranked 105. So even if we do achieve that $3 billion market cap or so, well, that would take Onyxcoin maybe into the top 60, right? So again, not even taking it to the top 20 in terms of overall market cap value. So it's a win-win scenario no matter which way you look at it. But of course, we're all here for the big moves. You all are here watching this because you want to see XT surpass this target area and potentially go all the way up to, wait for it, where are we? 21 cents in the short term. Of course, many people are going to say $1. I can already see that. No, we're buying for $1. But the question is, when will that $1 target be hit? The biggest obstacle and the biggest challenge that everybody's going to face in the XCN community is Thanks for watching. Like this video if you found it insightful. Subscribe for daily updates. Come on.